Good evening, Chair Day, Chair Eldridge, and members of the committee. My name is Ada Lin, and I'm an attorney with Prisoners Legal Services and a member of the campaign to end life without parole. I'm also here today to testify in support of an act to reduce mass incarceration with the campaign. First, I want to thank you for ensuring that incarcerated people were heard today. You've heard from lifers who are college graduates, mentors, leaders, and who are widely respected both in and outside of prison. Their stories of change speak for themselves. When I talked to people inside ahead of this hearing, they were amazed that they might have the chance for the very first time to address this committee. They see this hearing as a sign that they are not forgotten, that the Commonwealth is not going to leave them behind. And we urge you to keep these lines of communication open and to expand, not break, their trust and hope in this process. Today, 1 out of every 6 people incarcerated in Massachusetts is sentenced to die without any hope for parole. People of color and elders are grossly overrepresented. Almost 60% of lifers are BIPOC, and over half are over the age of 50. What we are seeing here is the ugly legacy of decades of extreme and racist sentencing practices that the Commonwealth and the United States should be trying to leave behind forever. Putting people away for life has become so commonplace that we are now desensitized to it. But it was not always this way. Natural life sentences were exceedingly rare before the 70s. We have to ask ourselves whether we as a society, how we as a society became so comfortable with what is at its core a death sentence. And what does this death look like? Most of my work at PLS centers around medical parole. And every day I come to work and I watch as my lifer clients grow older, more frail, and ultimately die, sometimes shackled to their hospital bed, having had no opportunity to demonstrate their growth and change. They are wheelchair-bound, bed-bound, malnourished, and often the target of verbal and physical abuse. They're 60, 70, 80 years old, suffering from dementia, dying from terminal cancer. That is the moral cost of life without parole. The financial costs are also staggering. The Commonwealth spends more than $100,000 per person per year to incarcerate people serving sentences, all of which could be used to address the underlying causes of violence instead. And at Shattuck Hospital, where many lifers die from age-related illnesses, it is more than $500,000. Finally, I want to address an important point. Many people believe that we cannot end life without parole without harming victims and survivors of homicide, but healing takes on many shapes. Survivors of violence have been some of the most vocal supporters of an end to life without parole because, in their words, it does not bring peace or justice to their communities. You have heard from many of them today. We ask that you walk with us, with all of us, towards a future that centers fairness and transformation, a future that recognizes our common humanity. Thank you.